everybody, it's Felisa on this Friday morning. Shout out to everybody that reached out to me and, you know, brought me comfort and condolences for my last vlog, you know, my second time breakup. I really appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all reaching out. I've gotten a few emails. Also, I did one vlog that I haven't uploaded yet, and I think I'm calling that He's Just Not That Into You. And I did give a shout out to people who were, you know, kind of edifying and lifting me up. So shout out to y'all. But I have received quite a few emails and DMs since then with questions. You know, one of my good friends emailed me and said, do you do relationship advice on the side? Because I got a question. And really, I kind of looked at what he had to say and the situation that he was presenting. And so I just told him, you know, it's her, not you. Which, you know, at the end of the day, when you really are interested in someone, sometimes that's not necessarily, that doesn't make you feel, you know, any better, but it should bring you some comfort that you are a great person. Is that person that's not in a position to receive all your greatness and all your awesomeness. Duh. Anyway, so that's not the topic of today's vlog. So today's vlog is in response to a couple of other DMs that I've gotten. Specifically around, you know, people who are post breakup wanting to know when they should date, and, you know, if they should wait a certain period of time, or, you know, whatever. And I actually had heard the Breakfast Club, now that I'm thinking about it, there was a caller that called in for Angela Yee's session, and she said that she and her children's father, I think that they had been together 7 years, and they were like 9 years apart in age, and she broke up with him, and they've only been broken up like a month or so, and he already has somebody else that he's feeling. And she's like, you know, well, girls are not supposed to move on that fast. And so I can't even remember what he said. Basically, I think she said, you don't even want him, so stop tripping. But I also was thinking about that. And then anyway, so here's my commentary on that whole thing. Rebound relationships never work. Not for real. Rebound relationships to me is like the drink is to the alcoholic, or, you know, the drug is to the drug addict, or the mall is to a shopper. That would be me. It self-medicates. It's a self-medicating practice. You take this person and you put them in the hole that you have left from this breakup. You make that person have a job in your life, which is to make you feel better. Now, if you go into it eyes wide open, and knowing this and being cognizant of this, I think that, you know, you should express that to the other person. Hey, I'm just coming off a breakup. As a matter of fact, the first go around, when I first had this breakup, I went out with the guy. Honestly, and this wasn't even remotely close to when we had broken up. I think that we had been broken up a year, and I still was just shell-shocked. And I went out with him, and, you know, he expressed interest, and I told him, I said, you know, I'm really sorry, but I'm still in love with my ex. Now, that's just me being very transparent, and because I'm so introspective, like, I know how I feel at any given time, and if I don't, I work on it until I know how the heck I feel. Like, I hate feeling like this weird sense of, like, I gotta drill down to my emotions so that I can deal with them. That's just how I'm wired. So I told him this up front, and we've remained very good friends. He was very understanding, but I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that if I got into a relationship with this guy, or even if I just tried to pursue, you know, like the possibility of which is what I call dating, I would have damaged him. I would have damaged him and hurt this man who had done nothing to me, because I'm looking for him to make the hurt that I feel go away. That's so unfair. That's so unfair. Don't do that to people. So, you know, if you get involved with someone, let it be very casual. Let them know up front that you're not looking for anything serious. You know, y'all can go out to tea and crumpets, or Starbucks and scones, or, you know, to the mall, wherever it is that y'all do. You can do that. You can go to sporting events and, you know, just have somebody that you can kick it with on a friend level. Felisa, would not necessarily get involved with someone sexually, but y'all do you. And the reason that I say hold off on the sexual interactions is because sex complicates and confuses things. And if you're not ready to be in a relationship and that person is, then now you've damaged that person for no reason at all other than you can. So, you know, you take this person, number one, they are all wide-eyed and expectant. You are damaged goods. You take them, you want them to relieve you of the burden of having to deal with your hurt and deal with your processing and deal with your healing. You make them have to go through all of that, only to discover on the back end that you really don't care about them in the way that you pretended to, because it was all artificial, because it was the newness of this relationship. It was the newness of having someone new. They came into your life at a time when you desperately wanted to forget about all of the pain that you went through with your ex. And so now you've left them in a worse state than what you found them, which I think is just terrible karma one-on-one. You should at least leave people better than you find them. If you come in contact with someone and they are worse off having known you and having dealt with you, stop dating immediately. Stop it. Stop dating immediately. Get yourself some help. Get into some intensive counseling, do some deep dives into your issues, unpack all that baggage, so that you can stop that. Because you cannot just be out in the world destroying people, everyone that you come in contact, and leaving people shell-shocked. That's why we have so many dysfunctional people now. That's why we have so many dysfunctional relationships now, because people have gotten into these relationships thinking that they are whole and fully functioning, and they are not. And so when crisis arises, because it's easy to be in love when times are good, right? It's easy to be happy and, you know, go lucky when y'all eating out of each other's plates and smooching and, you know, having pillow talk or whatever, because, you know, the intimacy is great. The litmus test is when there are times of crisis, when there's times of stress, how you respond to it, how you support and undergird each other. And God forbid, like I said in my last vlog, my breakup vlog, y'all go through two completely traumatic things at the same time, and now you got to compete with who's gonna get the support. Yeah, that doesn't work out very well. So the idea is you take some time to heal, you take some time to work on self, you take some time to decompress and unplug, you take some time to do a deep dive into that relationship and what went wrong. You take some time to really analyze not just what your partner did to you, but what you did to your partner, and be very introspective about that and be very accountable about that, because we all play a part. I know I did, and I said that I was insensitive to some things, and I just because I was in my own stuff. And so that insensitivity and that unwillingness to see the other perspective is really what drives the narrative of feeling isolated and unappreciated and all those kinds of things. So you have a time where after the breakup you can really get some perspective. You may not have the closure that you want, but you can at least gain some perspective and some awareness surrounding what it is that you want for the next relationship, what it is that you want for yourself, and really being honest about where your deficits are so that you can work on those. And I submit to y'all that you can't do that if somebody always in your face. And if you're diverting all of that work that you need to do with someone else, and it's not fair to that person. Nobody wants to be the rebound guy or the rebound girl. I mean, some of y'all may, I don't know. If you do, y'all need to get into counseling. Seriously. Anyway, I'm Felisa. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Leave your comments. I really appreciate y'all. And once again, thank y'all for reaching out and loving on me and lifting up a sister. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. Okay, talk to y'all later. Bye.